So what advice would you give 20-year-old you about the industry now?
About the industry, I mean, I guess the biggest thing I would say, man, is business. It's always business, it ain't personal. And if you don't have your business in order, bro, you gonna suffer. You gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I want to. I was gonna say, I also want to ask you. I guess you could throw that in there. What advice would you give to the youth now who's trying to come up in the industry?
In the industry, I would just say, be you. Be 100% you. Be who you are. Make sure you got a good team around you. You know what I'm saying? Because the team is the most important part. You can have a great team and be an okay artist. Mm-hmm. No team at all, dope ass artist. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we know that it's 10% talent, 90% business. Team is all included in business. Having understanding that it's an expensive business, so you probably need to have somebody in the family or a homie or somebody that got some money to the side, that when you need bread to get here and there, it's their studio, production, marketing now with this internet stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I would say the last thing is just being fearless, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to go take that 10-hour drive, even if in the back of your mind, it may not be, what you expect, but if you don't go, you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? And I just look at shit like, if it ain't life or death, that just mean the show wasn't popping. Okay, pack up, go do another one. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm saying you always, anytime I know you, even when we was on cards or whatever, no matter if it's 100 people or 10 people, you get that same energy and that performance. And that's how you build your fans too. And I say you get that same super energetic performance. So I always respected that about you too, bro.
Salute.
Okay. What has been your greatest, I guess, challenge in the industry while you've been trying to do music?
I mean, really the same thing what we've been talking about. Is just like, I feel like if I would have stayed like Rucker Puff and just kept it where it's obvious what it is. It's Rucker Puff, it's loud, it's crunk, that's what it is. Boom. When you package it like that, it make it easier for you to walk in somebody's office and get a situation. But God had another plan for me. He changed my life, and he put me on another path musically. You know what I'm saying? So in retrospect, in 6 months from now or a year from now, we go back to this interview and be like, we had this talk, and now, bro, like the biggest thing in the world. And to the people that's watching, to them, they may say, that's impossible. That shit can't happen. You see, but I feel it in my spirit that can happen at any time, any day, because I put the work in. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say faith without work is dead. I put the work, I got the faith. So it's just up to God to say, this is what he wants from me, long as I follow the steps, you know what I'm saying, that he laid out. You know what I mean? And I feel like shit, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think has been your greatest accomplishment in the industry?
I ain't gonna really per se put it greatest accomplishment for the industry, because I ain't really like doing my accomplishments don't really have nothing to do with the industry. I could really care less. The industry for me is just, is getting with the right company on a business standpoint that can support what I'm trying to do. They can make their money and I can make mine and do my other. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But wise, I would just say, being recognized by my peers and knowing that, like you, big shouts out to you for even saying that, but to know like my peers and people like you feel like I'm an icon, or feel like I'm a part of the musical culture of our city. To feel like I'm one of them guys, that's the accomplishment right there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really that I care about the industry accomplishment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, that's the biggest accomplishment.
So, you know, you've been, like I said, even you just said, you've been a staple of St. Louis forever. Why do you think it's so much hate here and that artists don't support each other? Like, even when they tried to do the new St. Louis, it's like that didn't work. You know, like, what do you think the issue is?
I just think people are afraid, man. It's the same things like that crab in the barrel mentality, man. People just afraid because so many people have got situations here. They'll pop, you know what I'm saying? They'll forget about everybody else. They'll act funny, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, then you got the, whatever people that's gonna go nut ride them, and then it be over and they right back in St. Louis.
It's been multiple times.
It is all besides Nelly and Chingy, we just see it from time to time. Yeah. But it's, we got to get behind, you got to push the people that really, that got a real shot. We supposed to be falling behind them. All this stuff I'm doing, it ain't even about me, but I'm just using me as an example. All this stuff I'm doing with the foundation, with these kids, us performing at Busch Stadium, you know what I'm saying? Being able to do that as an independent artist, which the game is July 9th, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Cardinals. But me doing that stuff, man, anybody that's an artist that live in this town is supposed to be pushing that. You see what I'm saying? Because that ain't just for me. That's for all of us. They let it be known that they're going to let a rap nigga come up in Busch Stadium, which Cardinals is the biggest thing in St. Louis. That's the top tier of what our city is, Cardinals. And then everything else after Cardinals, then the Blues, and the whatever. So it's like, to get an opportunity like that, everybody's supposed to be pushing that. You see what I'm saying? If we got so-and-so over here, you know what I'm saying? I see what's her name got a good buzz, Raleigh. So I need to go see Raleigh. I need to go check him out live and support that. You see what I'm saying? It's like the 4-5 people that really got a strong movement right now, you know what I'm saying? And people, and some people, a lot of people, whatever, are supporting him, I see too. So that's great. But it can't just be the street stuff either. It gotta be whoever it's a fighter here, dude named Newman. He knocking out in the UFC. Everybody that got like some shit that's really, really cracking. You got your podcast. Everybody's supposed to be put in there. So to answer your question, that's the problem. It's the crab in the barrel. It's like, I ain't pushing this podcast. Shit, I got a podcast. I'm an artist too. I ain't pushing Zeus. Fuck that nigga. I ain't put. See what I'm saying? So we end up right back at square one because of that.
And that's why I try to leave an example. Like, even when I got like I said, I write for this media agency for a couple of them now, and they put me like in charge of their talent department, and they were like, instead of me writing about artists I don't know, like, let me write about the people I know about. You know what I'm saying? My St. Louis people, let me push them out. And it was even this one, I'm not gonna say his name, but it was one artist here. I was like, I think you would be dope on this song. I reached out to him. And the person I know gave me the run around, or, talk to this. And I still came back to this person and wrote an article, just to let them know, like, I don't do stuff that I'm not like a spiteful person. Oh, you didn't do this for me. I ain't doing this. I just want to show love, like, so they can put in his brain next time, hey, show that same love to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all about making us prosper. Like you said, I want to push the city, push the artists, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about.
And the sad, you know what I'm saying? Most of the people that act like that don't even really got nothing really real legitimate even popping at all. You know what I'm just this terminology that I've been using, fluff. It's just fluff. It ain't really like, you not really cracking. Popular and having fans is two different things. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.